let him know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're getting some dropped frames.
It's the same reason we couldn't.
It's a different reason, but yeah, similar.
Similar, right?
Yeah, we're dropping frames. I think the Wi-Fi is getting a little wonky. Anyway, sorry about that, people.
Yeah, sorry, people. It's kind of hard to demonstrate
Unless you put the camera on it.
the smoothness of the animation.
Yeah.
Well,
That's its main feature.
It is
how
smooth, I swear.
it is.
Yeah.
you want me to try?
We could try. I don't think it'll reach.
Let's see. Is this working? I have no idea.
I'd have to change the screen.
Oh, dude.
Is it still bad?
Yeah. Let's let Jeremy talk.
We can do this and then try. There we go.
Oh, sweet.
Hold it very still, George.
I'm the cameraman.
This is our setup.
Look at that. Actually, I guess this is probably a little more awkward. I should probably let you do it.
The thing is, we're still dropping frames, so it's not really going to work out, guys.
Yeah.
Oh well.
It's
Well, we
unfortunate.
tried.
It's just the venue that we have. The our Wi-Fi is very limited.
Yeah. That's okay.
Just believe
All
us.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool.
It'll be awesome when you guys see it.
It looks cool, really, you guys.
Now we have to put out a video.
Yes,
Well, the last video had real motion-driven movement.
but I think the important the takeaway for it is the technology being used is really awesome because as an animator, it gives you a lot more flexibility in how you can execute it. And once you've got something you're happy with, it's easier to sort of drop into other things or change the model. And
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, this technique is actually something that I've been wanting to do for many years. Like this is like an animator's dream, really, because it's a lot more work, but in the end, the animation is really making the character come to life because it's blending all of these animations together, and the animation is really living and really creating the motion.
your character really moves in a more physically accurate way and realistic way.
Exactly. Yeah, there's the whole concept of, if you have to move a short distance as a real person, you're not going to go it as a full run. You will walk or jog to that. So
1-2 punch.
it actually this animation system actually performs as like a mechanical machine too.
Yeah.
Like it's got a mechanical component to it. And so that's what's been also the challenge in this.
Is there any inverse kinematics? I don't see how you would necessarily apply that for this kind of game, but
Usually IK is used in tandem with this type of technique, but I think we're able to get around it in a sense. Yeah, we're not really.
sorry. I hope we're not getting like too technical or out there or whatever. But I actually like these kind of questions.
Yeah, no, totally. Yeah, we just don't have a solid use for IK, so we're able to get around it.
A lot of games use IK for more like direct contact between characters and
To
stuff.
grab a
Exactly,
specific
or,
object.
yeah, contact with the world.
With our character being so big on screen, it's not as critical.
I've seen some people use the IK to like work out the walk cycle, but then bake it in. So in the game, it's a forward Sorry, guys. It's a FK. It's a forward kinematic kind of thing, but you use IK to sort of get your feet to be in the right place.
Yeah, and to keep uneven surfaces and things like that.
That's true too. For stair climbing.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all in there. But I just, at the end of the day, if we felt like we didn't really need that level of detail, so
It would have surprised me very much in this kind of game because that kind of motion is not really what you're looking for.
yeah. Now in Bard's Tale, I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know. See what happens in Bard's Tale.
we don't know anything about Bard's Tale yet.
Exactly.
Are you even going to see your characters?
I don't know.
You're gonna have in the little window in the top left corner that takes up a fifth of the screen. That's going to be your view in the world, just like in Bard's Tale 1.
There will be awesome animation in Bard's Tale, though.
Excellent. You would say that, you're the animator. Any last words before we go? We've got 16 minutes left before the end of the Kickstarter. We definitely need to get Brian and Matt back in here.
Okay.
Did you want to say anything more?
Yeah,
on
you haven't
combat?
really.
Well, I mean, sort of the main stuff with combat. At a very high level, the biggest thing that we wanted to sort of hit with this game is that combat isn't just about here's some trash mobs, kill them off.
Right.
It's more about interesting situations that require more thought than a totally valid solution that we will support and make as fun as possible is to just fight, but also coming up with other ways to use things in the environment and use even conversation with the characters that you might be that might be hostile to you, to either change their minds or weaken their resolve, different things like that, depending on the exact situation, who those characters are. Make sure that combat is just as story driven and character driven as the rest of the game. Which it's like, as wonderful as Planescape Torment was, combat's not exactly the highlight that people remember from it. So we're just trying to make the game sort of that level of quality across the board.
To make all paths feel as awesome.
Yeah.
It's good. It's hard. I imagine that's very difficult.
It is challenging.
Yeah.
But we're making some good progress.
You are effectively tailor making every combat in the game.
Right, and that's a big part of how we're doing it. Is that we're essentially limiting the total number of combat encounters throughout the game, so that we can take our time and really develop each one into a really complex, interesting, multifaceted experience, as opposed to a dungeon where you just run into groups of mobs as you
random goblins, or you have been waylaid by goblins and must defend yourselves. Right. No, that's very very ambitious. But I think from the sense I get from what you're looking to do with Torment, it feels like that's really one of the things you have to do to make it feel as sort of as rich as deep as you seem to be aiming for, and especially with the different ways of handling every situation.
Yeah, I think if the player at any point feels sort of railroaded, like they have to make a particular decision because the designer decided that was the right decision, we've messed up. So we're trying to make sure that you never have that feeling throughout the game.
Well, I'm sure everyone's looking forward to it a lot. I don't know if we have time to address a question now, although I can always try to bring up the questions again with Brian and Matt, whoever decides to join us for the last part of the stream. So I think at this point we may have to wrap up this little segment and go to a bit of a break. But thank you very much, Jeremy, Josh, and George, for all your information. And I hope everyone is as excited about that as I am and found it pretty informative. I think people are pretty excited for this game. I know I am.
Yeah, I hope so.
That's awesome.
Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you.